Hey chefs, how's it going? Welcome to Sweet Murray's Kitchen. Before we do our inaugural video, we have to do a whole video. The Mommy and Gracie show like to do them, so in order to get the kitchen up and running, we needed some tools. When we cleaned out the old kitchen, I threw away all my cooking stuff. So I had a birthday last week, and I saved up my birthday money, so I bought myself some new cooking tools. So I figured maybe we'll share those with you and show you what I got. We had a discussion over at the Bed Bath & Beyond about the use of ceramic cookware and non-stick and Teflon. So we did have a little bit of a learning curve and re-education of the things that we thought were true and were not true. So we were talking about when do we use non-stick? We do use non-stick more than usual, the Teflon coating, but the people at Bed Bath & Beyond were asking about what do you cook with typically, and the rules are flexible, but typically the rule of thumb is we don't use any oils. We don't use any olive oils. We don't use any butter if we're using a non-stick pan. The idea is to use lower heat and let that do the cooking. Any searing, we would be using stainless steel, or we would use cast iron. So that is a tidbit of information. So what we did was we went and got ourselves some new omelet pans. So we'll be doing, our first video will be breakfast. So that's what we're going to be doing. But in the meantime, you need new omelet pans. So I went and got myself some Calphalon omelet pans. So you have the nice 8-inch pan. That's a heavy pan. And the 10-inch. So this is good for intruders. You defend your home with those. So we've got an 8-inch pan and a 10-inch pan. And those would be good for doing omelets. Something else that they recommended, and a lot of times, you're not, people don't have enough room, so they're sticking them in the drawers. And something that they recommended, and it's relatively inexpensive, it was about $8 or so, is to use these nests. And these would go, essentially what they'll do is they go inside here. So when you put this one in here, your cooking gets, your cookware and your non-stick doesn't get all scratched up and jacked up. So that was a pretty good idea, because that's how we'll be storing our cookware. So again, the idea of non-stick is to reduce the use of any of the oils and the butters. Because what happens is from the heat, the oil and the butter get inside this coating and it stays there. And so it gets a little funky. These are not indestructible. A lot of times, and I make the same mistake myself, is after I'm done cooking, I put it under the water to get it, to help clean it. That's not good. You're taking the temperature on the pan from one high extreme to a low extreme, and that's not good. That destabilizes the coatings. That's why these coatings get all funny and all flaky and all bumpy after a while. In fact, I just threw one out. I'll see what I'll do about pulling it out, and I'll show you what happens after a while. The next thing was the main. Also, when you're using any of the stainless steel, when you're using any of the non-stick, you always use non-metallic. So you're using plastic. And you also use your plastic tongs, plastic spoons. That way you don't damage the non-stick coating. So if I'm going to do anything, any bowls or any mixing of any sauces, we'll use a rubberized. And the rubber is rubberized. They're much better now. They're more durable, heat resistant. Sometimes silicone. Again, use this. It doesn't do any damage to the coating. So we picked up something that, oh gosh, ever since I've been cooking. It's something I've always wanted, and I decided to do that for my birthday, and I went and did it. And we went and got ourselves, this one upside down, of course it's upside down. We went and got ourselves the stainless steel cookware that I've always wanted. So this was a birthday present, and I want to thank everybody who, all my friends and family who contributed, and was able to get this set for myself. So let's open this up and I'll show you what you get. This is the 13-piece set. It's stainless steel, and of course everything's all wrapped up. The thing about the stainless steel is there's multiple layers throughout, not just the bottom of the pan, but also along the sides. That way the heat is transferred and things get hotter quicker. Also, if things get hotter quicker, you don't have to use such a high heat. You know, we keep on talking about, the ovens have knobs. So I learned from Emerald back in the day, okay? The ovens have knobs, so you don't always have to use high heat. Medium heat, and then you can always make it a little higher. So, they start you off with some lids. Lids are good, but you need a pot. So, just one of the saucepans. I mean, this thing is all stainless steel inside here. They were talking about when we make marinara sauces with tomatoes. Tomatoes, the acids, will tend to wreak havoc with the non-stick coatings, and that'll help break it down, especially when you take the acids from the tomatoes and add heat to it. It just makes things worse. So I just got photobombed by my assistant here, Gracie, from the Mommy and Gracie show. Hey, you gonna help me make some eggs when we do the first video?
Yeah.
All right. So they hook you up with a sauce pot, and then we'll use that when we're making our marinara sauces. And of course they give you lids and all that good stuff. So we'll keep on, that's a medium sized lid, okay. More on that later. So, more lids, but a nice clear lid. The nice thing about this too is I could use this lid and I could also use it on the non-stick, so they are interchangeable. Let's clear this up. I gotta read my care instructions. Always read that. Right? We're making an investment in our cooking, cookware, so you want to have it last, for as long as you want it to. And it's just by taking care of things. More lids. I think they gave me extra lids. I don't know. So we got more lids. So another lid. So this is a how many piece? A 13 piece. So they give you 3 lids. So another lid. What do you know? So they give you 4 lids. So we're going to actually have 9 cooking vessels and 4 lids. So here's the first lid on the small saucepan. That would be good for us when it's pizza night and I got to make 1 can's worth of marinara sauce. So we'd be using that also to heat it up. Go from there. Next thing you know, we got a small stock pot. So this would be good for cooking probably a pound of spaghetti or any pound of pasta. And that's typically what we do here at the kitchen. So there we go. So we take that and we'll find the lid that goes with that. Oh, no, not that one. Let's try this one. Bingo! All right. We're cooking with gas now. Let's put a little plastic on the countertop. You like the new countertops? I think they're pretty cool. I really like the way the kitchen is coming. We've got a few odds and ends we still have to finish, but we have a serviceable kitchen, and very, very soon, in fact, within a few days, you're going to see the first video, and that's going to be a breakfast video, and that is going to be dedicated to my friend Helen L., who discovered where Sweet Willie came from. So, onward, another fry pan. Again, this is stainless steel, okay? So, stainless steel, many plies, aluminum inside, and this is what we're going to do with our searing. If we're going to sear a steak, if we're going to do any quick cooking where you want something brown and you're going to use an olive oil or butter or any other type of oils. The other thing, these are also oven safe, so you can stick these in the broiler to finish things off, and we'll be doing that as well. And I think, yeah, lid works with that too. What do you know? We got lids for everything. We got, so they pack these up really, really nicely, and I can't tell you enough how this stuff is real heavy, real cool, and I got another lid. So we'll get all this together. We'll find. Now we're getting into the pans. So nope, this would be called a saucier. So this would be a nice pot for, again, for cooking a bag of rice or more than one can of sauce. We would use one of these. So I'm going to let's try this lid. No, that lid's too small. I mean, that lid's too big. Let's see if we can get the right size lid to match the. I think that this interacts and interchanges with this 8-incher. So here we go. That's where those two come from. I got 2 lids. I'm not afraid to use them. So here's another loaf. And if we were going to use that, do some cutlets or something. It's another good fry pan. And I know this is going to use no. Boom! There's our lid. That goes with that. We are cooking with gas. We actually are now with the new oven. You like the new oven? I think it's pretty cool. And oh wow, still got some more things in here. Oh boy. This is I think they call this a Dutch oven. The Dutch oven. The Dutch oven. We're going to do the Dutch oven here. So, boom, the lid that goes with that. Small roasts, casseroles we can cook in this because it is oven safe, so we can actually bake in this. So, we've got our Dutch oven. We've got our big stock pot. And last but certainly not least, wait, we got more. But wait, there's more. We've got another skillet. I think this is a 10-inch skillet. And we've got that going on for us, which is nice. This is about 25 centimeters, and that's, do our math, that would be 10, 25, 10, yes, 25, there's 25 millimeters, no, 25 millimeters to an inch. So, and then, and I think this is it, this is the last one, this is the 12-inch scale. Wow, they really give you a lot of stuff here. So we've got that. All right. Now, one of the cool things about shopping at Bed Bath & Beyond is they give you these coupons from time to time in the mail. So when we went to purchase this, one of the nice ladies there were able to get me a coupon. So we were able to get this on sale, if you would. Another thing, what they also did was put together an extra bonus gift. I was able to get a gift card and one more item. They gave me this last thing, which is a 12-inch nonstick. So this looks like a paella pan almost. So I guess if you wanted to do that, but I already got a paella pan from Miss Robin for my birthday, and that was really nice of her to do that. But this is very similar. This is a anodized one, so that was a nice gift. So that works on that. What also was cool is that same lid. We'll work on this big guy and this guy over here. So this non-sticker and this non-sticker. So we're all set. So I'd say we're pretty well situated here. We're well stocked. We have plenty of tools, and that's it. So that's the, I guess you would say, the haul video or the introduction to the cookware that we're going to be using. I want to thank everybody for watching, and the next time you see us, we're going to be doing our first cooking video using the new kitchen. So for all you folks out there, all you chefs out there, kids, parents, I want to thank you for subscribing. And those who you have not, and you want to be able to get any alerts on any of the new things that we're doing here, don't forget to subscribe. Those that already have subscribed, thank you very much. And those who have already subscribed, tell your friends. We'd love to be able to get to 5,000 subscribers by Labor Day weekend. So once again, I want to thank you all for watching. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. Yes, how's it going? Welcome to Sweet Murray's Kitchen. Before we do our inaugural video, we have to, we have to do a whole video. The Mommy and Gracie show like to do them, so in order to get the kitchen up and running, we needed some tools. When we cleaned out the old kitchen, I threw away all my cooking stuff. So I had a birthday last week, and I saved up my birthday money, so I bought myself some new cooking tools. So I figured maybe we'll share those with you and show you what I got. We had a discussion over at the Bed Bath & Beyond about the use of ceramic cookware and non-stick and Teflon. So we did have a little bit of a learning curve and re-education of the things that we thought were true and were not true. So we were talking about when do we use non-stick? We do use non-stick more than usual, the Teflon coating, but the people at Bed Bath & Beyond were asking about what do you cook with typically, and the rules are flexible, but typically the rule of thumb is we don't use any oil.